I recently got into NFTs, CNFTs actually, NFTs on Cardano chain more specifically, and I made 420% return on these NFTs within just a few days. And in this video, I'm gonna go over exactly how I found this project, what I decided to do with it, my mentality, my strategy going into it because of my goals, and why I chose Cardano in the first place. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron, and I'm on a journey to my next Bitcoin, but I love the whole space of cryptocurrency. And the reason why I got involved in CNFTs, two primary reasons. Number one is because I knew people, my community around me who I trusted with my life, right? I knew people who were into CNFT, who lived and breathed CNFTs in this particular niche market for NFTs. And two, quite frankly, I'm bored, okay? Quite frankly, I'm bored. Sideways trading, markets down. I need to spice things up. And so this in the last few months have just been a real interest in mine, but I don't put a lot of money into it. Nor do I really put a lot of time, but it's fun talking about the projects with my friends on this. And so I'm gonna show you exactly step by step, no step skip, exactly how I made such a huge return on my investment and how you can do the same and really follow along with me in my journey. So let's get going here. The first place where I found about this project is my live stream. I'm not trying to shill my live stream, but this is just where I found it. I have on here people who live and breathe this stuff, okay? We have TJ from Freedom 35, this guy named TAL Crypto, he's like an NFT whale, and a newcomer to the space, Crypto Warden. And these two particular here, Freedom 35 and TAL Crypto, these guys are the ones who live, die, breathe this stuff. And they told me on the live stream and after the live stream, hey Aaron, you gotta get it into this mint. And so I just want to give a quick shout out to them. If you want to get into something like this, Freedom 35, subscribe to their channel, and TAL Crypto, follow him. They're always holding spaces, always holding these things, talking to their to people and saying, hey, this is the next thing, this is the next thing. And they do tons of research, and I can't tell you why exactly they like a project. For myself, I like projects who, you know the developer, you know the artist, you know the team, and you have a good roadmap and good utility, and that's pretty much it. But admittedly, I'm still new to this space, so I would just follow these guys. If you're like me, lizard brain, don't really think about it a lot. Again, if you want to start dabbling on the Cardano blockchain, I would follow these guys to start. But this is the project we went into. Mars Birds looks totally ridiculous, okay? So it was after the live stream, and we were on their this website right here, and it said mints right here, and I was minting. And if you don't know what minting is, you just basically take your ADA and you create or you buy this JPEG image, this Mars bird, okay? And it looks exactly like this, okay? And so I bought a whole host of this, and I bought 47 in total, and about the 12th one, I was clicking mint because they only have so many. I think they had only 8,000 or so. They had limited supply. So you start mint, and every once in a while the transaction's failing, and every once in a while you get a rare or a good one. And at 12, I was like clicking. I was like, what am I doing? What am I actually doing? Every one of these. I'm spending money to mint one of these things. I look like the bird lady from Home Alone, okay? I look like I got one too many pigeons in this coop, okay? It looks like, I don't know, I look like I'm a student at Harry Potter and I stole all their birds. Hedwig. like I didn't know. Here, I had to literally, in my brain, I had to suspend reality and be like, okay, look, I'm degenning, aping into this project. Why? Two primary reasons. One, it was very low cost of entry. Okay, it was 8 ADA. ADA at the time, each one of these is 8 ADA. ADA at the time is probably about 45 cents. And so it was about $4 a piece compared to any other project that's minting or starting off on the Cardano blockchain, which is about 50 to 100 ADA, which is, astronomically higher. And then anything on Ethereum, which is just the $100 in gas fees, So that Ethereum prices me out of NFTs. I don't even want to. It's so new to me. I don't want to speculate and waste money, $100 on gas fees. So I like testing the waters on Cardano, and it's very cheap. So it's very low cost of entry. Anyway, Each one of these things were 8 ADA. I'm assuming that there's a lot of good things. Honestly, I can't tell you like what they are. I guess it's the first of its kind to use some kind of technology to store the image on chain, and they've got a lot of utility coming out. I'm not here to tell you and show you about this thing. I'm here to say like this is how I made my decision. I think that's exactly it. This is why I'm saying like you got to get a good community around you who you trust, people you really trust. It's to me it's the number one thing important in crypto. And so I ended up minting all these birds. This is a screenshot of all the things that I minted and then some. This is only like 20, 30 birds or so. I minted 47, okay? And I had some rares. I had a robot that didn't come in or whatever. And this is their you know, their website anyway. They sold out, right? Which is great. Right? And you want a project to sell out because you want it to have high demand. You want it to have people like really wanting this project. And again, you just went off the word by these guys. There was a lot of hype behind these guys, especially with the low mint. And I think it's said it. Now, here is the real question. What kind of strategy would I use with these 47 birds? Do I want to hold them long term? Do I want to sell half and then like wait for news? Or do I want to sell most and keep it? Like those are the three real like strategies that I can foresee. I'm sure there's more. So you can either sell all the birds and just get the return. Okay. At that point, the Mars birds was probably the floor right now is 31 ADA, and floor means just the lowest price that a bird's going for. At the time, the floor was a little higher. It was about 35, 40 ADA. Okay. And so there's the Mars birds right there. So I could sell it all and just recoup the cost. And that is a huge cost. I mean, or a huge return. From 8 to 31 ADA, or 35 at the time, that is a massive return. Okay. Or the second one, and this is what I know a lot of people are doing, especially TAL I know is doing, he sold a lot of it, like about 66%, I believe. I think he's holding like 33 or so. And you could ask him personally. And the reason why is he wants to keep a small bag. He wants his initial investment back, but he also wants to keep a small bag because he likes the project. He's told me about it. Okay, great. But he is a whale in the space. He's got like thousands and thousands of cnfts, and he's doing pretty well for himself. He's got a big bag. Okay, great. So that's his strategy with his position. And then there's the other strategy where you sell most of it and then like keep like the best ones. Now, the Crypto Bandit Seron, he's on my live streams. You guys should join us. He sold it all instantly, probably within 24 to 48 hours, and he made about $2,000 off of his initial investment, which was probably around $170, $180. So that's a much higher win for me because he minted a few very, very rare birds. Okay, so good for him. And the reason why he wanted that is because he came into the Cardano blockchain with very little money. Right? He's probably got a big bag off chain, like on Binance or Ethereum or something like that. But into Cardano, when you're just starting out, you don't want to spend too much money on there. So he came into it with small money. Now, for myself, here's what I did. Right? I came to Cardano with about 3,000, 4,000 ADA, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to grow my bag. So I opted for something similar. I sold the majority of my birds, and I waited a little bit because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I sold the majority of my birds, and how I did that was I undercut the floor by about a few ADA. So if the floor here was 31, I'm selling at like 28. If the floor was 35, I'm selling at 31. And for me, I like selling on odd numbers for whatever reason. I think there's some psychology where you could sell for odd numbers and it works better, especially when pricing out stuff. So if the floor was 40, I'm selling for 37, 35 sometimes. So that's how much I'm doing. And the reason why is because it was 8 ADA. When I sell this at 35, I have to keep things in perspective. I'm not trying to be greedy and try to like price out against everything. No, I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm just trying to take that investment back and make a profit. And so that's what I did. I sold most of my birds. I sold 36 birds, and this is my portfolio. And I just kept this one bird, and it looks cool. Why? And I think it's the rarest bird that I have, and I just kept it. And I want to see what Mars birds does, and I wanted to keep my most precious bird. And so this was the return here. I spent $169 on initial investment. And then I got back, and this was when ADA was at 45 cents. Okay, so it was 376 ADA. I spent 8 ADA per bird. 47 birds takes me to 376, and that is at a dollar USD price of 169. Okay, Then I sold for about 100, and I put an average of about like 35 ADA per bird. And some was higher, some was lower, but I made back about 18 ADA, 1,518 ADA, and it was about 58 cents an ADA at the time. So current price, I made $880 back. So that's a total difference of $711, which is a total of 420% return on my investment. And that's how I did it. Now, let me ask you this. Is this something that you're interested in? Do you like getting involved in new things? Do you like NFTs? Do you think they're silly like I do? I think they're silly. And you could look back on my live streams and we really hash it out. We're like, me and Seron are newcomers into the space and we're entering into their space. So I respect their opinions and I respect that. And even though if I don't understand something, to me, the community and the trust is more important. And so I just YOLO'd in, and anyone on the live stream can tell you that, right? Like, I'm just like, fine, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me personally. Don't take that as financial advice or anything. But that's just how I roll. I trust the people who spend more time and energy and know more with more experience into this space. So if I could give you a tip, follow those guys, and their links are in the description down below. And let me know if you want to join the live stream and learn more about these CNFTs. Those are happening every Tuesday at about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any other time that I go live, we'll be talking about something else. I really want to just dedicate CNFT Tuesday to that day. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on Cardano.